If you listen to How to End Your Day, you heard us talk about having a process. And the same thing applies for how to start your day. Most of the time, most of the conflict, most of the anxiousness, most of the bad things that happen in the morning are because they happen because you didn't have a plan. And oftentimes that plan starts the night before. So make sure that you want to make sure that you do a couple of things. If you are single, whether you're an employee or an employer, it doesn't really matter. If you're single, the biggest trap to the morning is that maybe you don't have that many responsibilities other than getting to work on time. You got time to lounge around. You got time to hop on the laptop, the pad, the phone, whatever it is. It's a very, very, very easy time to get distracted. And we don't want to do that. So distractions in the morning are probably the biggest reason for not having a morning go the way that you wanted it to go. The second thing, if you're not single, if you've got a girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whatever whatever your situation is, a lot of times the bad things that happen there, or the conflict that occurs, or lack of communication that occurs within the family structure, is from not having a good strategy going into that morning. So not knowing where you have to be, not knowing what time you have to be there, not knowing what your agenda for that day is. And so you start off the day kind of lost. Everybody and everything is happening. Everybody wants a piece of your time. Your children want a piece of your time. Your wife, your husband wants a piece of your time. You've got things you've got to handle, like getting ready and all that kind of stuff, and you're not present. One of the greatest gifts that I see as being a self-employed person is that I get to structure my time, whether that's in the morning or at night, but especially in the morning, I get to structure my time. So I get to spend as much time with my kids and with my wife in the morning as I want. That doesn't just happen. It happens because I've planned it that way. I've planned to make sure that I've got enough cushion in my schedule. I may not have a client meeting until 10 or 10:30, so that I can spend that additional time with my wife, or I can spend that additional time with my kids, especially in the summertime. When they're out of school, I want to do stuff with them in the morning. My kids and I, we have famous early morning fishing trips that we go on, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and we fish for a couple hours. And then, those things are important. Those are the things that, as they get older and as I get older, and those are the things that you appreciate the most. And so make sure that you're able to have a plan in place to where you can be present. You can have real conversation. You can answer questions. You can help solve problems. You can be helpful around the house in the morning. You can help with breakfast or help getting the kids ready to get them out the door. Again, if you have that family structure. So make sure that you're structured, that you have a plan. Make sure that you're present. Start the day off well. Don't start the day off thinking about all of the things in front of you. Start the day off being present. Don't start the day off thinking about what could go wrong, or performance reviews, or meeting with your boss, or you've got this big sales event or this big opportunity. We've been talking a lot about opportunities in our podcast. Focus on the present, right? Stay in the present. Be happy, be joyful, be grateful, be thankful. The other thing that I like to do is every single morning, I'm constantly in thought about how thankful I am right when I see the first person's face. So if the first person's face that I see is my wife, man, I just thank God, and I tell him how thankful I am for my beautiful bride. And then maybe it's my youngest child or my middle child or my eldest child, but each time that I see their face, I take a minute and I thank God for how thankful I am for those little lives. And then the other thing I do is I want to go one step further, and I want to tell them every single morning that I love them and that I'm thankful for them, and give them affection, give them hugs, give them kisses. And if you do these things, guys, it's going to set you in the right frame of mind so that you can move forward into the day, not with a level of anxiety or fear, but with a level of joy and thankfulness and hope. And you'll be surprised at the effect that it has on your day. You start the day with joy and thankfulness and hope. You end it with joy and thankfulness and hope. You have a good process, a good plan in place to help you do that. and you're going to see a change in your life.